I do believe that ding means we are going. I will put the lower third here and say, hi, I'm Tommy Williamson from BrickNerd.com. We are going to be building the latest in LEGO Ideas sets, formerly LEGO Cuso, the Exo Suit. This thing has been extremely anticipated. Everybody is very excited about this set, myself included. So we're going to put this thing together live right here on the air. Double check that everything's running, going okay. On watch page and mute it. Yep. We are going. So Lego Spencer, I got this from Lego Direct. They contacted me and asked if I would review it. I said yes, and so I got one. So yeah, I'm very lucky. Joe Edward says Tommy, to which I say Joe Edward. And let's switch this back to chat because chats are coming crawling in. Let's see, Chrome is half of Microsoft sites. No assistant today. Actually, I might be joined very shortly by James Moore. Actually, I just hear somebody outside right now. Nope, not. James Moore of Spats in Chihuahua will probably be swinging by. So there's a seat waiting for him. And if he doesn't show up, and then he doesn't get to play with the Exo Suit. He focuses. Seems to be having some problems here. But without further delay, well, first let's do a review of DHL, who shipped this. Apparently, they have no respect for Lego boxes and Exo Suits, because I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can see it. Look what they did to that thing. The crease in the front. So my box is kadoink. I'll be saying that. Well, I guess it's DHL. Not as bad as On Track. On Track actually a few weeks ago contacted my house to let me know that my house doesn't exist. They were around on the other side of the wall, and because they only use Google Street View to navigate, and I'm on a private street, they just couldn't get to my house. Like, dude, look over here, I'm waving my hand. Okay, so let's open the box. New set smell. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4 bags. 1 8x8 plate. I think that's what you call it, grill plate. I don't know. I'm sure it's got some cool, nifty, trendy nickname that I don't know about. And 1 book, instruction book. Let's do this. There's something else rattling around in there. What is it? Oh, and a pipe, a tubey thingy. Technical flex tube, I think that's called. Just one. All right. Put that back there. We're all can admire. There. So first impressions, the book has actually got a matte finish on it. That's kind of strange. I've never seen that. Oh, and there's Pete and Mark right there. I know both of those guys. In fact, I think I photoshopped this picture. This isn't a picture of them actually together at the same time. This is a picture of him in front of a bookcase, and I photoshopped that picture. Okay, oop, let me switch over. Ed! Could be worse, could be Royal Mail. Funny you should mention that, because the designer of this set actually works for Royal Mail. Who knew? Okay. So, we've got an introduction here. A little bit of background on it, some really cool pictures and renders. And it's in 3 languages, or 4 languages. And then we get to some graphics on what to do. Oh, wow, I can't believe it's set this small. It came with a brick separator. That's pretty cool. Let's make sure I'm doing all these correct. So step 1, put them on the table, yep. Step 2, don't put it in a giant pile because that'll lead to confusion. Step 3, raise your arms. Step 4, put it together. Step 4. So the first thing we're going to do is build what a great many people are also excited about, a green spaceman. The book does not want to stay open, and I'm afraid to crease it open anymore because of the trouble I have with the Ghostbusters book. There we go. Secret use of the brick separator number 6. Bookmark. That's good. Alright. Arrange these in neat little piles. Oh, just got a message from Mr. Moore. He is on his way. Josh! Oh, he's there and he's in again. Josh just can't get enough. Okay, there's an awful lot of parts in this. We got here that's particularly exciting. I don't remember that printed brick from anything else, but I'm no expert. That's printed. Of course, we have green spacemen. I'll go ahead and put them together right now. Actually, it's a spaceman and a spacewoman, to be politically correct. There's the legs. Ooh, a spare green tank. Cool. And this is our female. Head printed on one side only. Our lady astronaut. Focus. And our male astronaut. Nope, and James's car is acting up, so he might be a little bit late. There's our male astronaut. I don't remember what was it. It's a what? Oh, this. It's an inverted tile. So it seems vague to me, but I don't remember. Wait, who was that? I think it is Edward. Oh, someone else. Everyone's coming in. Cody.
Hey guys.
Howdy. Male astronaut. Hey, he's not supposed to put your video up. You click on that. Do me a favor and mute the mic, Cody.
Say what?
Edward?
Yeah.
Alright. So, best dudes. And dude and dudette. I guess that's not politically correct. Oh wait, I didn't put their visors on. Where are the visors? They're clear, so they're hard to see. Looks like you're gonna get an extra. Let's see. What else? putting visors on. Otherwise, their face will get sucked out into space. There. Now they're done. Clear visors, as in accordance with neoclassic space, and very much in the wishes of Mr. Pete Reed. Let's see. Brother for another brick. How did you get the Exo Suit? Lego invited me to review it, and I happily accepted. Yes, I finally did put the visors on, Paul. Thanks for reminding me. Okay, looks like first up we're building a turtle. Funny thing about the turtle, it was my introduction to Pete Reed. I was visiting Steam. Is all the same ones? Green, Pearl? Yeah, I guess so. I was visiting Pete Reed. Or I was visiting Steam in where was it? Well, not Swindon? Can't remember. Anyway, I was in the UK and I visited a really cool convention they have there called Steam. Actually, it's called the Great Western Lego Show, but everyone calls it Steam because that's where it takes place. And it was this incredibly cool. Hear myself. I'm echoing. Who needs to mute? Edward and Cody. I still see. So it looks like it's Edward.
It's me.
Is that Ed Wilkinson? You know, just for that, I'm going to put you on air.
What's up, Tommy? I'm figuring out Google Hangouts. It's weird.
There you are. Now you're on the air. Ha!
Can you hear me?
Expecting that, was you?
Can you hear me? Am I famous?
You're totally famous now.
Google Hangouts is strange and weird.
It is.
I'm not sure I like it. Also, hi Cody, who I think I went to Brick. I was at. I know you.
All right, switching back to me. For some reason, your mic is buzzing a little bit. I see her little electrostatic pops, and every time it does it, your little meter goes up. Can you figure out how to mute your microphone? Look up the very top. You should see a person, a mic, a camera, a level. He did it, ladies and gentlemen. He did it. Let's all hear it for Edward. Okay. This thing's going to take forever to build if I keep rattling on like this. Anyway, there was this really cool thing called Turtle Factory, which I'm sure if you guys look up Lego Turtle Factory, you'll be able to find it. It was mind-blowing. It was so cool. It's this giant factory that was building these turtles, you know, kind of like a miniature assembly line, and it had motors in there to make the parts move, and they would go into these little tunnels and come out with a new part attached to them. So, you know, a little simple trick of staged versions of them, but I thought it was excellent. And I shot pictures of it and shared it with, I think it was, I was doing an article for Brick Journal. This is actually, this predates BrickNerd time. And had no idea who had built it. Found out later, when we went to the Christmas party, that it was Pete. And we finally actually introduced ourselves to each other. And shortly after, struck up a very good friendship. And to this day, we're good friends. All right. Much turtle construction is underway. There are a lot of very small parts in this set. If you're into little bits, you're going to be very happy with this set. Let's see. Robert, I'm applauding for you. Actually, I can do that. Let me see. Let's go to stupid tricks. Where is it? I don't know if you guys can hear these on the other end when I do it, but let's see. Yeah. That's for Edward. We're figuring out how to mute his mic. Did you guys hear that? switch over to Pete's here! Ladies and gentlemen, Pete Reed is in his house.
Woo!
That guy's here. He's not actually in the Hangout, but he's commenting on YouTube. Somebody go over to Pete's house and help him figure out how to get into Google+. All right, where am I here? Use one of those. No, okay. This. And two. Ooh. The Exo Suit man himself. Yes. And excellent guy. Unfortunately, I have to switch back and forth between Google Plus, Hangout, and the YouTube chat because some people can't get in, and I really wish I could figure out why. All right. Pop the tail on this thing. I'll give you guys a little update on progress. This here is there's a turtle in roadkill mode. And now we can add some finishing touches here and call him good. There it is. I'm excited to have several of these in the set, those little inverted bowls. I have some. I know that there's at least one in my Parisian restaurant that's been sitting on a shelf up there for like 6 months. But I haven't built it yet. So now here's some that I actually hold in my hands. There's the clips. There's one. In my private collection, I don't have it over here yet. I'm going to get like one of those IKEA display cases or something. Bring it over, but I have an actual turtle designed and built by Pete Reed, sent to me as a Christmas gift, as well as a couple other little robots. I'm going to have a place of honor if I ever have an honorable place. And with a quick adjustment to the legs and the gun on top, a turtle. Turtle bot. Awesome. So let's leave that aside there. The instructions are still closing themselves. Alright, this looks like it's a little mini base, which is cool. Now we're going to build some barrels, but without the bands. I wonder if Pete tried to get them to use it or not. Let's ask him. So Pete, when it came time to design this, and you and Mark were talking about how to build a proper barrel, did you try and get them to put the rubber bands on the outside to give those cool little ridges around the edges? I do indeed plan to build my Parisian restaurant someday. It's all been a matter of time. Sets that big tend to kind of get held off on because I want to allow myself some time to enjoy it. So, but I've got like a tower bridge at home that's just sitting there. I've got a pet shop that's just sitting there. I've got X-Wing is just sitting there. Got lots of cool big sets that really need to be built. We just haven't had time to do. So that's from Reed. Yes, he tried to put the rubber bands on there. They wouldn't go for it, huh? Yep. Oh well. If you look up Pete's photo stream under Lego Loverman, you will find that there's some cool barrels in some of the pictures. And if you put rubber bands on the outside of these, you can get them to have a much more barrel-like look. Just requires a little bit of upkeep, and don't bump them. They're a little fragile. I guess they would consider that a illegal type construction. Paul Pruitt has joined the group. Welcome, Paul. Thanks for joining us. Looks like in the corners here of the instruction book we have like little features of parts, and they say what it is. So like the first one here has got a clamp foot. And then back here we have the power generators, the little thing on top there. So that's kind of fun. As you're building it, you can learn what all the different parts are, what their function is. Okay, so this is a little display stand with a couple barrels on it. And now, Exo Suit. But first, make sure I'm not missing any comments. We get a new color of classic spaceman. Do you have any decent shots of those? What's that? Pete, did you make the yellow gantries? Yes, Pete. Post some good pictures of those gantries, because that's a great way to display these. And now, construction can begin. That's plugged in. So some obvious design changes took place when they adopted this model. Pete posted a pretty excellent picture of a side-by-side, so you can see the differences between the two. Some are some pretty big deviations, most of them are pretty subtle, but it's true to the spirit of it. I'm sure Pete's happy with it. Let's find out. So, Pete, on a scale of 1 to 10, from yours to theirs, and all the design compromises that need to be made, what would you think? How well do you think Mark did? Totally putting you on the spot. People outside me. Paul Pruitt joined us, and then he left us almost immediately. There's a lot of small parts here. This is a surprising challenge of this thing. You might want to spend some time just kind of organizing when you open the bags, because you'll waste a lot of time just staring at piles trying to find that part you want. Instruction manual is a little maddening. Not as bad as the Ghostbusters was. That thing is ridiculous. Fell apart in my hands. A little bit of progress. Really hope I'm building it correctly. Ah, Brazil, Germany is on. Okay, I understand. I've got some competition. But this is the Exo Suit. Let's see. So Pete gives it a healthy 9. Excellent. This and Benny's spaceship into a revival of classic space. That's actually a really good question. It already seems to be enjoying a bit of a resurgence. I will happily look forward to some new kits if they come out. Although I don't have Benny's spaceship yet. I haven't requested it. And it's a bit out of my budget these days. But I kind of have to pace myself as far as the big sets go because I don't have time to put them together. So in between the Sandcrawler and the Sea Cow and the Mixer, I have another big set I need to put together. The X-Wing. I got a lot of sets to build. So those keep me way busy. All right. Page 32 here, and that's where we're at. Okay, now we're using that printed tile, or inverted tile. Can you guys hear the wind howling in my heater? Donut. Cody came and left. Good seeing you, Cody. Neo Classic Space. Galaxy Squad kind of feel like it color-based teams. Oh, James Moore can't come over after all. Is your car broken, James? You'll watch from the sidelines. If I have an empty seat next to me, I'll have to. I can composite it in later, I suppose. I don't have a lifelike stand-up of him or anything cool. So you're stuck with just me. So Ed, you going to BrickCon this year?
Of course.
Of course. Good man, good man. I actually haven't been able to commit yet.
Useless.
I would love to. Oh, what did I do?
Won't be there next year, though. Probably not anyway.
Why is that?
Because we've got a Rugby World Cup at home and it's half an hour down the road. And I'm going to try and spend as much money as I can to see as many matches as I can.
Oh.
And annoyingly, it's at the same time as BrickCon, which breaks my heart.
I suppose you have to have priorities. I'm hearing dinks. Cody Otterly, open capture, smile. Okay. Okay. We're already building in all different directions. And it's looking way cool. Josh took a picture. Now everyone's capturing. Now that's a thing. Got the big bows on top here. The clips going this way. Never used this before. Is there a group chat? You just ask that in the group chat, Cody. Yep, you're in it. Ganymede space worms. Alright. And a couple axles. Just the key part of it. Put up some ball joints in. Push them through. Back. Yep. Keep getting messages on my phone. I can't touch them because I'm also shooting my time lapse with it, which I might want to switch angles on pretty quickly. This build, oh, what have I done? This build is first mistake. Started the tally. Wouldn't be a live build without me goofing the instructions. Fixed. No need to panic. Everything's alright. Alright. Got to. It would be impossible to build Pete's set exactly like Pete built it because some parts aren't even made anymore. Like the little bushings, these little bits here. Pete's a big fan of using the old school ones that have got the teeth in them, allows you to lock the angle on them. I'm pretty sure the original had those on it. Okay. Just two of those? Yep. And two more axles. I'll show you progress as soon as I get these other ball joints attached. Correctly this time, hopefully. Gotta work out a way of playing music that won't get me busted. It's like we're flushing that. There. There's where we stand. And we've got some little wheels here. Oh, spoke inserts. James Moore. How's it going, man? Donut. Put 2 of these. James says, yo. Where's James? Hop on video, James, if you want. Got it there like that. Two FTs. More machines. Oh, back. And as usual, I have goofed. All right. There. That looks pretty correct, but I'm sure it's wrong. And that looks pretty correct. So there's where we are now. What's the matter with your car, James? Won't start today. Ooh, that's not good. My Beetle is also dead, but the battery's just dead. Because I never drive it. It just sits there in the driveway. Rotting. Two of those. And 2 bushings in the front. Almost dropped it. That's close. Clean battery terminals? No, I just need to use it a little more often because when it sits there for a month and I don't start it, and the battery just slowly dies. There's where we are.
Woo, yeah.
It's sexy. Okay, switch over. See what's going on here. Let's see. I got so many. So, brother wanted to know if Pete was the one that designed that set. Yes, it was. Did you get sent the set early by Lego? I did indeed. Being in the same chat as the set designer sure makes the world seem small. Actually, it does, huh? As soon as I discovered that I was going to be doing this, and I wasn't going to do it till later, but Ed talked me into doing it fast, which really didn't take too much to talk me into it because I was excited to build it. But it all happened rather quickly. Normally, there's a little bit more of a ramp up with these things, and we'll have a little bit more warning. Wow, 24 viewers. I think it's one of the biggest audiences I've ever had, actually. Live audience. That's awesome. Tell your friends. Let's get everybody to watch. That wouldn't be Actually, don't do that, because then it just means you're going to come see me. And, you know, I don't have that much to offer. Besides, you know, the Exo Suit. So just one, no, two of those. I see. This is built in the typical Pete Reed awesome style. Let's see. 22 people watching, gotta be some kind of record. Yeah, I think the biggest one was 20 when I was doing the studio from the Lego movie. Or the lair. Turn to okay. Let's see. People think it looks like an awesome set. They are correct. Magnus, the Magnus, I bought Superman head on quickly. What? It is a small world. True invitation. I am on BrickLink, so maybe. I hope so. Anyway. Okay. Yeah, it's looking awesome so far. We got that connection in the front there. All that intricate nerdy goodness. If it would focus. Yeah, the hubcaps are interesting on the back there. Look like fans. I'm going to turn one 90 degrees so they have the same angle. There we go. It's more compatible with my ADD. Actually, not ADD, OCD. Oh, where was I? Okay, set that aside for a second and build some parts of the back here. Not sure what I'm building. Oh, looks like maybe a foot. Nope. Little chest part. Okay, find those parts. Actually, first, I'm going to change up the angle on the. Whoa. You know, I guess that's no way to get that out. Keep it out of view. Let's do that. There. There's my exceptionally complicated time-lapse rig. There. iPhone, Steadicam mount, and GorillaPod. All right. One of these on a 1x2 bar. Which is right here in front of me somewhere. Found it. Oh. And one of these. What are these called? Do these have a nickname? It's one of those pieces that if I need it on. What's it?
Space doodads.
That's not helpful, Ed.
I've never seen them in a set that wasn't space, though.
Really?
Maybe. I could be making that up.
That's one of those pieces that if I needed a whole bunch of them, I would get on BrickNerd and I would search for 20, 30, 40, 50 minutes trying to find out what it's called. Like needing that one piece, it looks like a round tile that's got the thing on top that you can got a hole in the middle. You don't know that's called a lift ring. Good luck finding it. Uh-oh. We have a major emergency. cops are after me. Nope, I hear fire engines. Hopefully my building's not burning. So I'm not stopping. Okay. That, facing outward, flips into there. Oh yeah. Need a little bit on the front there.
Stick the man in it.
If I had $1 every time I heard that. I don't know what that means. Okay. Really temporarily, there's a dude in it. I don't even know if he's in the right place, but we're looking for scale. That's where he is. BrickNerd name or color versus Lego name or color versus we really don't need any hair, did we? Oh, yes. James Moore left the group. Did he get his car started? He's racing here now so that he can get his pretty little mitts on this. Let's switch over to chat and see what's going on over there. One of these days I'll be able to do this properly and have a technical director or someone that can help. Clicking over, what was he? This set available already? No, actually it's not. Not available until August 1st. I was very fortunate that Lego sent me one early. Lego, any chance of Lego producing another batch if this one's popular enough? Rumor is there's going to be one production run on these, which is very sad. And if you're into the set, get them when they come out. What's that, Ed? I do believe I'm building a foot here. I'm going to get to the end of this and it's going to say build 2, huh? Sure enough, I'm building the leg, and I'm going to build another leg because I'm too far along. This is one of the deviations from the original design that I wasn't too happy with. I mean, not unhappy about it, but I really rather prefer Pete's foot design. It feels more planted when it's standing there. I think the Mark's design looks a little floaty, which takes away from the effect of the weight of the character. Would you agree, Pete? Or are you going to be actually probably be politically correct? Live stream and talk about your model and design process. Pete is more than welcome to join us. He has no luck getting into the Google Plus Hangout. Try again, Pete. We'd love to hear from you. All right. There's a foot. Of course, I don't know if Pete used parts that are no longer available or exceptionally rare in his feet, which make them difficult to reproduce. Finding Pete? Probably. Okay. I'm going to build another foot rather than go all the way through the process and then repeat it. I won't do it from memory because we don't have time for me to make mistakes. All right. There's that part. So someone else is here, I could blame them for it, but nobody is. And I can't find it. There it is. All right, don't panic. All's well. I have to say, color-wise, the pearlescent dark gray versus the gray here in the instructions, to my eyes, looks identical. So, I'd say that's not good. Do you agree? Take a look at this here. Look at that 1x1 round on the front there, the pip. Tell me that doesn't look like the same exact color as the 1x1 above it and the 1x2 behind it. That part right there.
Show us again.
Take a look. That part right there. If we were to focus, it'd be easier. I mean, there's a slight difference. The only reason I know that it's this color is because it's the only color of pip that's in the set here, besides transparent red. So, if I had both, I'd be in trouble. All right. That on there. Let's see. Bloody good book. To build good or not? Is that a question for me? So far, I'm enjoying the hell out of this. It's great. Building a couple feet. Very shortly here, I'm going to build a couple legs. I will show progress right now. These are the feet. If you look at the side-by-side picture, you'll see what I'm talking about as far as this one feeling like it's floaty. It's got like a half a plate height difference between all the bits around it, so it looks like it's floating off of the surface. Not good. Mark? No. Go to your room, sir. Think about what you've done.
He said he had to do it that way because of all the illegal connections. It's not his fault, Tommy.
Oh, okay. When did you hear this?
He was on Reddit a couple of days ago. He was one of the topics. He was explaining loads of the decisions behind the colour of it being light grey and the reason for constructing it various ways.
I had no idea that was going on. Why didn't I know about this?
Because you're rubbish.
I'm a bit of a Reddit idiot. I can't seem to make that thing work for me. Every once in a while I'll throw something on there in hopes that I can get some traction or some publicity or some views or something, and nothing comes of it. I'm a red idiot. You can quote me on that. I'm going to make a second one of those while I'm at it. Parts. You would think with this small a pile of parts that it would be easy to find the pieces, but there are so many small bits. It's deceptive. Well, I knew this passed muster with Lego. Whoever ended up with it on the other end, probably Mark, was going to have a great deal of difficulty getting around Pete's building style versus what Lakel considers a legal connection. They have some strict rules that us in the building community simply don't have to abide by. I suppose some of us do. I choose not to. I don't get into modification. I try to be a purist where I can. Okay, let's lose. Oh, pop that on. Aberdeen. Why did I Aberdeen? That was a message on Michael Lundquist wants to know if we can get it beforehand. And I am not sure. I haven't heard news on that. Okay, or nay. However you can get your hands on one of these, I suggest doing it quickly. It will run out. I don't see why Lego couldn't go back and go, well, gee, those sure were popular. Maybe we should do another run. It wouldn't be that super big a deal. Just be wedging it into the production cycle. It might be a bit of a wait, but I'm sure they'll be able to do it. There's nothing in here that's so special that it couldn't be assembled again. Alright, so I've got two little legs right there. Stomp, stomp, stomp. Like my terrible English accent? Is that awesome? Alright, good now. Sides. Google sees you anyway. What does Pete say? What's this conversation going? I'm not sure I'm cool with Google seeing me right now, but I am in the Hangout. Oh, Pete is in the Hangout. It is? Where? No, he's not. He left the group. He was here and he left. Pete, come back to us. I was thinking suspicion why Pete doesn't want to be seen right now. Because he's not wearing pants. That's how rumors start. Nope, I didn't drop it. I stuck it in my shirt. There. Not a problem. I leave the room for 3 minutes and Pete joins and leaves. Yes. I was in the other. I didn't even notice it as well. Pete, come back. We miss you. I'm building the upper leg right now. I think it's upper leg. Fairly sure. Brody says, "Hi, Tommy." Hi, Brody. All right. That and that. A pin in here. Good luck. All right. Those connect. There. And there. Pete! There you are. Good, now we can communicate in real time. I was just about to show the foot off. The whole leg. Yep, nice gams. Alright, where are we? I built some nerdy goodness here with a 90-degree lightsaber hilt. Or whatever that thing is called. Clip on to that fitting. A couple of those. So Pete, I know you don't want to turn on your video, but you could turn on your microphone, right? Right. Okay. Sort of a piston looking part there on the back. He's trying. He's trying. He says he's drunk. Alright, I'm going to add one more step to this thing and then I'll show off the progress again. This, one of those, one of those. Connect them there. Oh, just fold out the leg. Oh, Pete Reed opened the capture again. I'll pose. Oh, too late. There's a whole foot there. It's got some greebly goodness on the outside now. These are the worst time photos ever. Pete doesn't know what he's doing. Hey, welcome to the club, pal. If you want to turn on the microphone or the camera, you go to the top of the screen. You should see like a little dude, a microphone, a camera, bars, a gear, and a hang up phone. All right. Let's get down into position. I am snapping on the legs. Wait a minute. First, I will finish the other leg. I sort of skipped that part. I was so excited to show the first one off, I didn't realize that I'd be able to build the second one. All right. It's in the right direction. And with 2 clicks, that sucker was bipedal. There we go. So cool. Look at that thing. Sexy. Everyone just sit around and watch me play with my toys. extended now. I'll move the time lapse again. I think I got it pointed at myself. I have no idea. I think it's slightly crooked, but I'm not going to worry about it. Alright, that's that there. Good. Why does it want you to do that then? It's a strange order to put things in.
Tommy, this hangout is destroying my battery.
What?
Blame you entirely.
What? What's the matter?
What'd you do to your battery? Let's go through. Yeah. Plugs into the back of the legs. Flexi bits. I had to deal with these for the first time when I did the design for my proton pack from Ghostbusters. And one of the designer from Bricksmith. Let me tell you, I've got new respect for the people who build instructions that have flexible parts in them. That's not easy. Alright, so we've got some new details on the side there. Some big discs, big technical discs. And of course, big flexible tubing in the back there. The legs are a little blank in the back, aren't they? It's got a bit of a broken ankle too. Okay, there we go. Okay. Now we're building two of those things. There they are. Sure, I can look in the instructions here and figure out. Everything seems to have a name. Very cool attention to detail. Next, those, and a half pin. Yep. Let's go back. Adding some little, I think they call them power adapters earlier or something like that. So bits on the top there, kind of like smokestacks. If it were steampunk, we'd call them smokestacks, but it's not, so it won't. I'll break that part off. Building vicariously through me. I guess that's kind of the idea. The other part is to see how the kit's constructed. You get like early access to it. Hopefully it's more like sitting in the room with a guy who managed to get it, because that's kind of what I'm going for here. It's a hangout. Hey guys, I got a cool new toy. You want to come play with it?
Yes, but you're too far away.
Yeah. Got to build two of these as well. So I'll do that while I go. Not sure what I'm building now. Pete's still here. You can't tell. Yep. Seems to be. Wait a second. I can see his video too. It's faint and he's hiding. But whenever you're ready, Pete, I'll put you on and we'll all say hi to you. And do maybe a little of this and stuff. Hi, Yvonne. How about Maz? Is Maz there? Hi, Maz. For those who don't know, Maz is Pete's cat. So there's a little. Put on some donuts inside. Exciting new parts. I know the original didn't have these because they weren't even invented yet. They only existed in our imagination. Miles won't come see you. Pretend this is a Zamosphere. Come on, here, baby. Good. And one of those. Whoop. Deceptive. No idea what part I'm building. I have to assume it's arms. It is indeed arms. I have to admit, I'm not too crazy about the barrels on the arms. It's a little wacky because it just looks like big barrels. What was Mark's explanation for that? And with that, he said you have to have barrels. You have arms.
The barrels was another thing Mark explained about on Reddit if you get around to reading it.
I'm definitely going to look that up.
I put a link on the BrickNerd thingy on Flickr.
Oh, cool. Thank you. Might have to do a whole post on that, or include that in my review of the set. All right, what am I building now? So Pete, how long total time did it take to do the entire process, and how in the loop were you while it was going on? And if you don't feel like typing all that much, feel free to turn on your audio and just talk to us. About 2 years. Wow. Just put those little shoulder guards on. Yeah, the original didn't have nearly as much dark gray. I really like the addition of dark gray to add some contrast to it, to make some parts pop. I think that was a smart decision. All right. One of these things. I like Mark's design for the little roll cage part. Using these new handlebars, but I like how exposed the cage or the operator is in Pete's design. I wish there was some way that this could have sat down a little lower on the character. So there's the roll bar. Time to build some little gripper arms here. Hands. Yeah, that's cool. I like that. The little bowl is actually being used in the back of the hand there. So it's studless on both sides. Some fingers on. One in the right direction. Some claws in. Or barbs, as they're also known. Switch over to YouTube here. How to join the Hangout. Let's see, do I still have the link? I can't post a link in YouTube. Look for the Facebook group for BrickNerd. I posted the link in there for it. And you can just, like while you're in there. I knew that was not supposed to be in there. Alright. And one hand successfully added. And it actually allows for quite a bit of articulation. There's no, let the wrists do rotate and the hands close and the elbows force flex. And the shoulders are completely flexible. So this thing is superposable. It's super animatable. Isn't that right, James? Coming down to the wire here. I'm running out of parts. Supposed to be done with this thing in all its awesomeness. And the second hand is on. Looking amazing. Little front heavy now that that goes on. I need to repose it here and make sure it stays stable. It is a little fragile. It's a little bouncy too. Alright, we got these. I'll see why that's only ripping actually. I guess if you catch it in the very end, it is. Yeah. Let's see. It's getting busy in here. It is. Ian and Glenn. Who else has joined us here? Edward's been here. And of course, Pete. You can see Josh roaming around there. I think he's on the phone. Put an antenna on top. I believe this is the crowning touch. And last step. Indeed. All you gotta do is put on a pilot. Close the cage on them. We have a completed
Hooray!
Exo Suit. Oh, I gotta switch the audio here. Hold on a second. So cheesy. Well, Pete, she is an absolute beauty. I was late to that chat or picture. I'll try that again. Glenn Copeland, open capture. Oh, that one I saw. All right. And a little bit there, and throw in front here. We can bring our time lapse to an end.
Boo.
Okay. Now the time lapse is done. I'll stop that. Who wants to see the time lapse? Let's save to the camera. Hold on a second here. Now we'll see how it turned out. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Ooh. And sometimes it does a fist plant. All right, here we go. Yeah, pretty good composition. Not too bad. Better if we're focused on it. Let's just jump ahead. There's the halfway point. And I'll use this somehow on another video, or I'll use this part of the show and do the review. You're seeing as I see it.
You couldn't have got it a bit more center frame while you were filming, Tommy, couldn't you?
No. Unfortunately, I can't see what I'm doing when I'm shooting with it. Last part that's what the other side of the shop looks like. Suppose I can give you a shot of the studio. Who wants to see what the studio looks like? Doesn't give a rat's ass. Got 12 new messages in chat. Everyone's chatting away. Let's see. How much is the set going to cost? Isn't it $49.99 US?
That's too much.
Too much? Or is it $39.99? Whatever it is going to be too much, probably. At least according to a great many people. At least it won't cost as much here as it will in, like, say, Germany. $34.99? I don't know. I'll have to look it up, find out. There it is. Totally badass. It's very nice. All right. Oh, Ian, you gonna take a picture or something? Everyone seems to have the capture set. There we go. Oh, I was going to give you a pan of the shop. Okay. Let's see if we can do that. This is a quick little Easter egg for those who stayed late to watch the whole video. This is my dinky, tiny studio. Just loosening up my webcam here to move it around. There's our bookshelf that's normally sitting behind me. Oh, we're taking pictures of it. So up there's that's actually the bulldozer that's in the movie we made, and this is some of the backgrounds for the space mountains. These are my shelves. And everything there is arranged kind of like by part classification, sometimes just by part. So like the first one right there is 1X plate. So there's 1x4s, 1x3s, 1x6s, 1x8s. They're all in there inside Ziploc bags. But then down below there, that one there is just full of 1x1 brick. That one there. So, and then over here is craft services, which is kind of not stock right now. And apple boxes and C-stands for shooting stuff. There's part of the BrickNerd art project that is going underway. So artwork that's done by artists as I hang out with them. Here's the table that I use for shooting all the showcase pieces, as well as the table that I actually do the build on here. So you can see the sandcrawler there and the sea cow. These are actual sets from the documentary here. There's a war piece right there. This one served as the inside of the London Toy Fair. Another piece of the war set. Most of the set pieces are actually in my garage at home right now.
How is the documentary?
It's phenomenal. Awesome. I love it. Hopefully everyone will get to see it soon. There's my pre-submission I was talking about up there. More C-stands, LED lights. There's more lights and equipment down below here too. Those are actually my tungsten lights there. I used to shoot everything with these, but they get super hot. So now I do everything I can with the LED lights, which are quite nice. There is some parts up here. Let's see if I can find something fun up on the on the shelf here. There's the man himself. There's Ola from the documentary, if he actually came to focus, right there. Eaton's got his hammer. When you see the film, you'll understand what the significance of that. And there's other crap up here. Here's a James built this from design from Ian Heath. It's the fabulous Professor Hawking. This was actually a gift from 6KUB6 from France, Jimmy. On the shelf now. I got my microfighters up there, my radio, crap like that. And my desk, there's where I do all the editing. That silver ball there is my microphone, my blue snowball, I think it's called. Snowball mic. There's some more art there in the background from the BrickNerd art project. Let's switch around the other side here. That's actually, this one there is from Luke Chu, who's like famous and stuff. There's a set you guys might recognize. That's the actual BrickNerd set. Oh, a second. This is where the magic happens. Hi, welcome to BrickNerd, yada yada. There's a space set from the movie. The space hangar. There's the mini I built 2 days ago. Some stuff on the shelf. That's actually, this piece right here is actually in the movie as well. It's a part of a large architectural piece. My proton pack right there. Dragons in the movie as well. We animated them on top of a castle. That up there is a LED light to serve as a hair light. You got more equipment. Bounce cards and a slider dolly and some flags and stuff. Power supply. And back to one. We've come full circle. That is my dinky little studio. Where BrickNerd happens. So, anyway, thanks all very much, especially Pete Reed, for joining us for the building live with the new, what's the number on it again? 21109 Lego Ideas Exo Suit. It is wonderful. Total beauty. And green space people and a turtle to boot. Thanks all very much for joining me, and I'll see you on the next live build. Signing off.